So, today we're gonna change the trigger. Today it's an ARP trigger, blue, with a standard Takamori trigger ring. We're gonna change it for a cow trigger, red, with a cow trigger ring. So let's get into it. First, we're gonna remove the slide and slide catch to make sure we can get into the screws at the bottom of the frame. So off comes the slide catch, and afterwards we're gonna take the slide off. Then we're gonna pull forward the hammer, and now we're gonna remove the pin that holds the hammer spring housing to the grip. Then we can take out the hammer spring housing. That gives us access to the sear spring. We can take that out as well. Now we have a screw that goes from the frame down into the grip, and we're gonna remove that as well. Afterwards we're gonna remove the grip screws, one on each side. And now we can pull the trigger off the frame. We're gonna put the frame to the side, and now it's only the grip with the trigger and mag release. Then we're gonna take the mag release off. This is a two-part mag release, so we're gonna remove this from the left side of the grip, and then afterwards we can remove the rest of the mag release. Now we can pull on the trigger ring and take the entire trigger and trigger ring out. We're gonna put that to the side because we are not gonna use it anymore. Then I'm just gonna take and remove the worst dirt inside the grip to make sure it's nice and clean for the new trigger and trigger ring. So now we're gonna take the new trigger and trigger ring. We got the adjustable screw here to adjust the trigger. That's gonna go to the bottom of the grip. I'm gonna slide it in so it fits in place. I'm gonna check it moves freely. It does, so I'm gonna put back in the mag release. And I'm gonna screw back the quick release part on it. Afterwards I'm going to take the frame, put the grip and frame back together, put back in the two grip screws. Because these are aluminium grip screws, I will not tighten them too hard because they can snap off inside the grip if you tighten them too hard, and that's just a really bad time. Then I'm going to take the screw that goes through the frame into the grip, place that in, and screw it back in. Once again, because it's plastic, the grip, I'm not gonna tighten it too hard to make sure I do not lose its grip. So now I'm gonna put my sear spring back into it, and I'm gonna make sure it lines up completely. slide it into place, drop it back into place. I'm gonna take my hammer spring housing, slide that into place again, and make sure that the hammer lines into where the hammer spring is by pulling out on it and slide it up. Then we're gonna take the pin, put that in, and push it all the way through. That was a little bit too much, so I'm gonna adjust it back in a little bit. To make sure everything works, I'm gonna drop back the hammer and release the trigger. And it seems like everything works. Then I'm gonna take my slide, put that back on the Hi-Capa, take my slide catch, drop that in as well, drop the slide back, and put the slide catch back in. While you have the slide off the gun, do maintain it to make sure everything runs perfectly. Thank you guys for watching.